So let's talk about the safety position. Obviously, the Bengals should be looking to upgrade guard still. Preferably, I would like for them to sign one veteran guard just to go ahead and add to the squad and kind of make us feel a little bit more comfortable going into this season. Trust me, I full-heartedly am very excited for Rivers and Fairchild. But at the end of the day, I would like to see a veteran guard and let those guys sit behind a veteran guard so that Scott Peters could develop those guys rather than them being thrown out to the Wolves and have to, go one-on-one, right, day one with some of the best talent. Because we know, somehow, some way, maybe not week one, but early in the season, we're probably going to play the Lions. They got Aiden Hutchinson. We're probably going to play the Brownies. They now have Mason Smith. Mason Smith. Not Mason. Mason Graham? Mason Graham. Why did I think Mason Smith? Mason Graham and Myles Garrett. We're going to have to play tough opponents, okay? And it would be nice to have more of a veteran guy in there so that, again, they can kind of take over and we don't have to worry about Joe Burrow being on his booty. But the safety position's another position. Going into the draft, it was looked at as one of our biggest team needs because Jordan Battle isn't really the greatest in coverage. He's definitely a liability. Geno Stone last season, starting off the season, wasn't the greatest. He got really good near the end, but still, we kind of got to keep that, mindset going of, is he going to be the guy? He's on the last year of his contract. I think he will be personally, but you don't know. Behind him, we got Anthony, who was a 7th-round draft pick last year. He hasn't gotten much play time at all after that PI call versus the Chiefs. Very questionable PI call versus the Chiefs. He didn't get much play time at all. I think he got 5 snaps the rest of the season. The Bengals said, you're a special teamer and that's it. You're not doing anything else. Tyson Anderson, all last season, special teamer, nothing else. Didn't get much play time outside of being a special teamer. So there isn't really a safety on this roster outside of our starters that the Bengals seem confident in to become, the rotation or just a backup to, replace your guys. So that's why we're talking about potentially looking free agency. We didn't do it in the draft. You might want to do it in free agency. Now, some people would say, well, what about Dax Hill? Couldn't Dax Hill now just, transition over to safety, back to safety, and they use him in that way? They could, but we wouldn't have a second outside corner because Josh Newton's going to be the slot guy now. Fig Newton's going to be the slot guy. Your outsides are now Dax Hill, Cam Taylor-Britt, DJ Turner, and Marco Wilson. Putting Dax back in the safety position wouldn't be a bad idea for some plays, but you really want to have someone dedicated to being the backup. We got rid of Von Bell. You want someone to replace him. So let's talk about free agency. Free agency, we talked about Justin Simmons before. He has made it clear he would love to be a Cincinnati Bengal. I wouldn't mind picking up Justin Simmons. 31.4 years old, going to be almost 32 years old when the season kicks off. I think he could be a really good acquisition. I think he could play at a very high level. I will say with a Justin Simmons signing, I think our expectations should be nothing too insanely crazy from him. I'm not saying he's going to be bad, but I just don't think we should expect insane, you just went out there and got a big free agent type of guy. I think he would be a pretty consistently average type of player. The reason why I say that is because you could go out there and get someone like Jordan Whitehead, who might be that guy who really could be the takeoff guy, or Julian Blackmon as well. Quandre Diggs is available. You got Kazee who's available. Chuck Clark. Okay. Most of this is cesspool. Let's be honest, okay? Most of these are cesspool guys where it's there's PE in the dating pool, okay? I would still probably say they're going to potentially wait until wave 4 of free agency, and that's when June 1st happens and more people get cut after this month. But the Bengals have been known to be very active later on after the draft. So that's why I'm kind of just thinking about this idea now of like who else could we go after, because again, yes, we do really like our undrafted guys, but one thing you got to keep in mind is we only got one undrafted safety. We only signed one. So it's like this safety position, we're really not looking at it. And yes, maybe they believe in Tyson Anderson, maybe they believe in Anthony, but not giving them any playtime last year and just making special teamers makes me think that they're probably planning on picking up a safety in free agency. At least to have one as a backup rotational guy, something. I think Justin Simmons probably the answer, to be honest. He's not going to give you too much, but he's not going to cost you anything as well. He wants to be a Bengal. I think that's probably the best idea because the rest of these guys are kind of cesspool guys. There are a couple options, younger like Jordan Blackman, but I don't know how well he's going to blend in our defense. But again, hey, everyone's yes at the correct price tag, right? It's kind of how I look at it at this moment in time. I know I'm going to get like 7 comments of people saying, we don't need a safety. Tyson Anderson can be the guy. Anthony can be the guy. I would love for them to be the guy, by the way. I would love for both of them to. But I'm just looking at things realistic based on what the Bengals have done in last year and in the past. And these guys do not seem like they want these guys to be the guys. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they pick up more undrafted guys. That's a potential. And see if one of those guys can make the roster. But I think June 1st is going to be, honestly, when you probably wait to. Because a lot of these guys, you're waiting for more veterans to get cut. I think that's really what this comes down to. But tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.